This is my video recording over Module 7, the environment. First, I kind of want to talk about the articles, the two articles that I found about classroom environment and how it relates to student learning. So the first article that I found was called Visual Environment, written by Fisher and other authors. They found that in younger students, I think they focus their study more on elementary age students, kindergarten students. They found that too much stimuli is distracting. The students spent more time off task, and they had smaller learning gains than those students compared to those students who had nothing on the walls, which I kind of found interesting because one of the readings we had talked about, displaying the students' work on the walls more over than, like your original posters and store-bought stuff. So I guess this article kind of made me think about, okay, what's a good happy medium between not enough visual stimuli for them to too much visual stimuli that they can't even focus on the task at hand. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And it was focused on younger students, so I'm curious of how much is too much for, the high school, middle school level students. The other article I found called Designing Classrooms to Maximize Student Achievement by Sharon et al. They found that, one, the structural facility influences learning, and then inadequate lighting, the noise level, air quality, temperature, decrease student achievement, which is funny to think about. You don't think about those tiny little things in the environment affecting a student's achievement. Let's see, they found that an optimal air temperature for the best student achievement was between 68 and 74 degrees Fahrenheit. They found that women were able to learn in an environment where the desks were in clusters or in rows. They found that adding symbolic objects, I think they mentioned a poster of Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, somebody else, can actually have a positive impact on the students' learning, which I thought was kind of interesting to think about. But their main conclusion was that it really depends on the demands and the learning goals that you have as a teacher, which kind of makes sense, because if you want, more group learning, you're going to want your students together. If you want individualized learning, the desk would be separated. So that kind of made sense. I liked how in the flexible classroom we watched talked about how he was able to do tiny little environments within his classroom that focus on the students' needs at that moment. Okay, so this first picture is of my classroom. I've got big honking desk. Great for group work, not so good for individualized learning. They get easily distracted. Still not sure how to organize my room into a really good learning environment. This is the senior English classroom. Desks are faced to the front. This is the freshman English room. Desk to the front, which allows for good individualized learning, but with desk easily movable. Let's see, this is the senior English classroom. Kind of similar to the English freshman room, but you can see she's got a lot of stuff, so it's interesting to think about whether her students get distracted or not, but desk easily movable for her. And then this is the computer lab, computer science classroom. Each student gets their own computer. I think that's very good for maximizing their learning.